What's up, guys? Adel here from Web3 TV. Welcome to another interview. We're live at the Future Blockchain Summit. I've got two special guests with me, Sid from Dexponent and Rahul from BreakOrbit. Welcome, guys. How are you guys doing today?
Amazing. I mean, despite the market, the energy is amazing. Sorry, you were about yeah. But it's just really great to see, I think a lot of, the garbage in the market has been washed away, and real builders and real supporters of the ecosystem are here. So that's really great. Yeah.
Yeah, amazing to be here, right? I mean, the energy here is pretty good. Yeah.
Me too. I think so. I think there's a lot of interesting projects, a lot of exhibitors. So great place to connect. So I have a question for you both. Maybe Sid, you go first. What are you building in the Web3 space, and how is the Web3 community benefiting from what you're building?
Right. So we are building something called the institutional liquid staking. I know it's a little bit hard to get. To simplify it, it's called Lido for institutions. Basically institutions to be able to participate in providing security to the Ethereum ecosystem and get rewarded for it. So that is the simplest thing. And why Ethereum, right? Ethereum is like a country, a network state basically, and it's growing, and there is banks being built on top of it, entertainment services being built on top of it. So it's an opportunity by providing security to be investing in it and getting rewards for it and growing alongside with it. So we bring that, but there are compliance and security issues, right? So we help solve that, right? And onboard institutions to be able to participate in a compliant manner in this growing ecosystem, basically.
Very interesting. I like that you sort of made a description about Ethereum being like a country, because really it's a platform where many projects can be built on it. It's a layer one. And many things are being built to benefit the Web3 community.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like how the US economy started back with the founding fathers and stuff, right? It's an opportunity to do that. I understand that there is a lot of scams and stuff, also people using the narrative of crypto to sell their own interests. But Ethereum, right? It has shown by being around for so long that if you stick around and provide value, you can redefine how economy and finance works, and that's what institutions are also getting interested in.
Very interesting stuff. And Rahul, I also know you're here at the Future Blockchain Summit. What is it that you're also working on here right now, and what are you building in the space?
Right. So BreakOrbit essentially started with our ambition to give back to the ecosystem, right? We've been in the space since 2011, right? We invested back in 2011 and we never really sold because we were in for the long run. We are still in the long run for the long run, right? But at the height of 2021 bull run, we were like, okay, we want to kind of take out a little bit and try and to create an ecosystem of our own, right? And which is where we started with the idea of BreakOrbit, which essentially is taken from Star Trek reference. It's a Star Trek reference from Captain Picard's line of breaking orbit, right? Getting out of the gravity well of the of the planet, right? So we essentially help builders like you said and countless other companies which are working with us, right? To kind of get to that escape velocity to kind of get to the big runs. Yeah. So that's what we help them do, right? We provide the liquidity, the financing, as well as the platform for them to grow, right? So that's what we provide.
That's really interesting. We need more resources in the market, and especially times like this when we have bear market times, uncertain times, times of uncertainty. Where do we find resources? So you're providing that help to help companies like Dexponent to build on the blockchain and provide value.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, so that's been our goal. In fact, a bear market is when we are the most active.
We'll be to build.
Yeah, that's the best time to build. That's when you don't see any noise as much, right? Which is a bit, ironical. Ironical, but yeah, right. So yeah, you don't have as much noise during the bear markets. You know what the right narratives are, the wrong narratives are, and you try to focus on doing your best. Yeah.
Fantastic stuff. I'm loving what I'm hearing. So going into 2024, the next year, we've got a few events happening. We've got the Bitcoin halving coming up. We've got token 2049. We've got Mika, Markets and Crypto Act. Exactly, in April. So really interesting stuff. I'm wondering what your view is on the sentiment. Are you feeling bullish or you're bearish, or are you feeling neutral about next year? What's your overall stance? We'll start with you, Rahul.
All right. I mean, this is kind of something that we personally don't like to get into, right? Because for us we are in this for the long haul, right? So for time windows of 5 years, 10 years is what we look at, not next year. But having said that, obviously Bitcoin halving is an event for which everybody needs to kind of look out for and understand, okay, what's going to happen now. Because that's going to define when the next run starts, right? So definitely very excited for 2024, but I wouldn't dare to predict, right? Because you never know with the markets the way it is, right? And it is a very uncertain time. 2 wars going on, and Fed not reducing the interest rates at all, right? So I wouldn't like to bet at all. So yeah, I don't know.
Fair enough. I understand. No worries.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's like always bullish because there is always like marketing and like hype in the ecosystem, right? Like it's like up and down, up and down. But when you average it over a period of time, right, it's always been steadily growing. So like there is no bear market for me. Like call me delusional, but like and also like this is something like we are very passionate about. Like we want to see happen in the economy, right? Like I mean, just like rapid inflation and money printing happening. Like it's about giving power back to the people. Like to be able to like hold their assets and like live according to what they want to do, right? Like giving power back and freedom back to the people. And what better vision to like drive that, right? Like so that's like I mean, bear market or bull market, it's a humanity driven vision.
Yeah, Sid, that's probably one of the most optimistic responses we've had, and I think we should keep that spirit up. At the same time, I balance the view with you. Don't make too many predictions because we never know what anything can happen. The next FTX, the next Luna PR.
Focusing on value, right? See, this is the thing. Like in bull market, like anything sells, but in bear market, only things of value will sell, right? Focusing on customers, like that is the biggest item. Like I mean, customers and stakeholders, basically, right? If it can drive value, then it's the right thing. Everything else is just hype and bullshit. Sorry.
It's okay. Excuse the French. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Sid and Rahul, for your inputs and your insights today. Really appreciate it for the audience who are new. And this is Web3 TV, so thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.